Welcome to the final live stream this week. This week, we were breaking down a go to market strategy for your business starting from scratch. Let me share with you what we covered on starting on Monday. So on Monday, we're talking about building your list of ideal clients or dream clients that you would like to work with. So at the end of it, you should have a list with maybe 500, maybe 5,000 people, businesses that you'd like to work with. Based on that list, we want to enrich that list with their emails, phone numbers, LinkedIn accounts, so you can start your outreach so that you don't have to rely on referrals only. Day two, we were talking about building an outbound infrastructure. So today we'll add to it essentially how to build your own AI agent to help you with the responses that come in through that outbound infrastructure. Day three, we're talking about building authority content or creating content that builds trust, earns trust, builds authority, so that by the time you send that outreach message or you reach out to someone or they see you at an expo and they start Googling you, they start typing your name and company name into their chat GPT or any AI, or if they look you up on LinkedIn, they will find some relevant content. And outbound plus content, they work really well together. So we covered that day three. So Wednesday, yesterday, we're talking about outreach messaging, how to craft messages that help you send out and actually spark that first conversation, help you build relationship with long-term relationship, hopefully with your new network, people that you reach out to, people that accept your connection requests, how to actually do it and what to avoid. Today, we're going to talk about personalization using AI at scale and how you can write better copy for your campaigns. Before we dive into that, I want to remind you that I have a document that I would like to share with you with prompts and ideas of that can help you, or actually prompts that will help you spark ideas for your content, for your outreach, for your messaging. You can follow it along, upload your newly created list. Perhaps you can upload your recent sales goals, transcripts, anything that you might have on your prospects, and it will give you a really personalized messaging. So if you would like to get this, there's a link in the description of this post where you can click. It will look like this. I'll send to you right away the document with prompts. Let me just make sure I have it. It's not private, perfect. And also the entire document that you could follow along at your own pace. Now, how does personalization look like at scale? Excuse me. So let's say you have built an infrastructure on a platform called Instantly. And on that Instantly platform, you can now, or onto that Instantly platform, you have your domain set up, you have your entire outreach is going to rely on that platform. You want to actually upload that list, but instead of sending any generic messages, you want to personalize it for every prospect. And you can do that at scale. And for that, I would like to introduce you to, if you haven't heard about, a platform called Clay, really creative name here. Clay allows you to really combine all kinds of AI tools. There's so many templates and playbooks here that you can check out that might be really helping you and your company build that personalization at scale. But in short, you can upload your list that we generated on a Monday into Clay. It will help you find, obviously, decision makers if you haven't already. It will help you find their job experience. It will filter their LinkedIn profiles. It will do anything you wanted to do for each profile uniquely and separately. So, for example, if you have people that have changed jobs recently, you can pull the data and it will find people that recently have changed their job. So, if you're reaching out to some sort of management level at a company and they just were newly joined the team, and you know that they will be facing certain problems that you know how to solve. Obviously, you can pull that data and it will draft emails. It will draft emails for you as well at scale. So you can find, so you can find a tech stack. So if there's any platform that they should be using that you manage for them, for example, and this is how you can do it. You can actually do that here as well. And just to show you an example of a Clay table, for example, for instance, so you type in, you can start with their first name, whatever data you have that we pull together, which would be company's name, their LinkedIn profile, because that's what we're going to get, for example, from Apollo. And based on that, you can give them prompts to find and research some relevant information based on that. So in this example, uh, Clay agent found that they are on podcast recently. They were on podcast recently. So based on that information, you can research that, scrape that podcast. It will generate a subject line for your cold email or your outbound email. It will generate an introduction, first line, we call first line. So introduction message or sentence that you can include in your emails and on LinkedIn as well. And anything you want, it will actually generate for you. So you can pretty much generate the entire script, the entire message inside of Clay based on every profile, and you give it information that you want to look for. So it's almost like ChatGPT on steroids because it looks up. You would probably have to do it manually. It doesn't. It does it for you at scale. So pretty useful tool. I highly recommend checking out Clay. And as you can see here, you can find their company products. So if you know that they're selling physical products, you can look it up here, or actually it will pull the data for you, so you don't have to do it manually. All kinds of things: podcast appearance, personal skills, event attendees, uh, their time, tenure at the company. Maybe they raised some funds. If you want to work with companies that are raising funds, you can look it up as well. You can literally Google every prospect that you want. Do it for its scale. So that's for it. Now, as far as instantly goes, one thing that will happen when you start sending messages, and maybe I will give you an example here. So this is how it can look like. We were using this entire week. Each of a company as a company that we're building the go-to-market strategy for. So instead of sending something like, "Hi James, I'm reaching out about your HVAC needs," obviously that's very, very basic. You can say something like, "Hey James, I noticed Riverdale Properties just acquired 3 new retail locations in Phoenix, having managed HVAC transitions during portfolio expansions for similar companies like XYZ. There's Westfield Mall Group. I thought you might be interested in how we prevented the typical 3-month maintenance integration delays that we're experiencing." So I don't know much about HVAC systems, or not that much, but this is extremely personalized, niched, and what have you here. So if you really want, and again, you can do that at scale here. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here. But once you start sending messages like this, I guarantee you will get responses, and not every response will lead to a message, or I'm sorry, a book meeting right away. So you can create your own AI agents within instantly that allows you to handle most objections and questions that come up. Let's see here real quick. Actually, let's see if I can do that. Human in the loop. Yep. Okay. So human in the loop, that means that that AI agent will not send messages automatically. You will have to click, it will write the entire message, but you will have to click send. So that allows an opportunity to read that message. Should handle follow-ups, yes. Should respond to automatic emails, yes. Handle objections, declines, or negative replies, yes. Okay, you can create a new tag, custom tag. Just do it. All right. So you can choose tone of voice, very straightforward. Response length, concise, standard, thorough. This is actually an example that I use for my podcast. So if I reach out to you and if I would like to have you on a podcast, it will share the relevant information, such as link to the podcast, a document that I have that explains the concept behind the podcast, who we've interviewed, etc., etc. You can give it as much guidance as you want, context, clarifications, handover and escalation, other guidance. So essentially, you can give it as much information as you want. And as soon as the response come in, now you don't have to sit for 20 minutes and look up the person, find out more information about them. You can literally just read through the message. And I can tell you probably 60% of the messages are so good I don't have to make any edits. But there will be still some messages that obviously require some tweaks here and there. But the fact that it will populate the message, add the links that you want it to do, and you just have to read it, click, hit enter, and send. This simplifies the entire process significantly. So once you start sending messages, sometimes I wake up to 20 to 30 messages, responses that I have to handle. And that means sometimes hours sitting inside of that these inboxes and responding to people, trying to book meetings, trying to address ever objections. And that can definitely save you hours and hours every single week and every single day. Building outbound infrastructure is time consuming, but the fact that you can reach almost anyone's inbox in the world, it's quite a superpower. That's why I believe in it. And again, this work really well simultaneously with content or your content strategy, because when you send a message, you get that one impression. People want to look you up before they actually get even on the first call. And just like my LinkedIn banner says, people should know you, or your potential clients, your next buyer should know you before they buy from you, before they get on that call. And video content is, my opinion, the best way, the easiest way to start building that relationship, and get a good feeling about your personality, who you are, and how you do things, and how you handle certain things. There's obviously AI influencers that are becoming extremely, extremely popular right now. So it just makes it more and more important, in my opinion, in this AI world, to stand out. If you want to stand out, then you don't want to compete with all those AI influencers, AI people and agents and what have you, workforce, then that's the best way to do it. Video, until we have maybe some metaverse, virtual reality ways to build your personality there, copy your personality if you will. So that's it for this week. I had fun building that go-to-market strategy. I believe that if you spend 2-3 months, or someone on your team, obviously, if you're too busy, spends 2 to 3 months to build it out, there's no way you should be demanding generating demand for your business. You should be booking meetings regularly, getting people into your ecosystem, building relationship. Depends on your sales cycle, which again, this whole system is designed to help you shorten that sales cycle. But if your sales cycle are very long, sometimes a year or two, perhaps, then obviously every opportunity counts. And that is a great way to start building those relationships, getting those opportunities into your ecosystem and your company. And I wish you all the best building it out. If you need any support, help, ideas, I invite you to a one-on-one workshop. Send me a message on LinkedIn or an email at matt@emailties.com. And I will be happy to set up a time where we can sit down, get to know your entire acquisition system that you have right now, compared with what we've been building, and help you build a proper system just like the one we covered this week. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week.